Most people think getting rich is the hard part, but staying rich? That's where almost everyone fails. The truth is, wealth doesn't disappear overnight. It slips away through daily habits, silent money leaks, and choices we don't even notice. That's why today, I'll show you 3 rules they never teach in school, but the wealthy follow every single day to protect their money and make it last. And here's the good news. Anyone can apply these rules. You don't need millions in the bank. You just need discipline, awareness, and a clear system. By the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to build a safety net around your money so it grows instead of quietly draining away. Welcome to Money Mindset. If you're here live, drop a hello in the chat. If you're watching the replay, grab a notebook because you'll want to write this down. In the next half hour, we'll cover the wealth preservation pyramid, answer your questions, and I'll give you a 7-day challenge that could change the way you manage money forever. Now, let me set the stage for what this session is about. Too often, people think wealth is only about earning more. But the truth is, wealth is not just about income, it's about structure. You can make a lot of money and still end up broke if there's no system protecting it. That's why today is so important. I want you to imagine building a house. If the foundation is weak, no matter how beautiful the walls are, the house will eventually collapse. Money works the same way. The foundation, your protection and savings must be solid before you even think about growing your wealth. Otherwise, even the biggest opportunities can turn into losses. And here's the good news. These principles are simple. You don't need a financial degree. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need to understand the order, apply it consistently, and make small, smart choices that build over time. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like money slips through your fingers no matter how much comes in? Maybe you've had a good paycheck, but by the end of the month, you're wondering, where did it all go? If you've ever been in that spot, you're not alone. Millions of people are stuck in that cycle, and it isn't because they're lazy or irresponsible. It's because no one taught us the rules of money in a way that actually sticks. That's why I built this framework. It's designed to give you clarity and direction so that every dollar has a purpose, every decision builds stability, and your money starts working for you instead of against you. And let me say this, don't be discouraged if you've made mistakes in the past. Everyone has a financial story, and sometimes that story includes setbacks. What matters is what you choose to do from this point forward. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by financial jargon or pressured by advice that seems unrealistic, you're in the right place. This session is about stripping away the confusion and showing you how to take practical steps that actually fit your life, your income, and your goals. And here's what I want you to take away before we begin. This is not about quick fixes or overnight riches. This is about building something that lasts. By the end of this session, you'll not only understand why money management feels hard, but you'll have a clear roadmap for how to simplify it. Think of today as laying down a blueprint, a step-by-step design for your financial future that you can begin following as soon as we wrap up. Think of your money like a pyramid. At the base is protection, avoiding losses, keeping your money safe. The middle is saving, building reserves so emergencies don't destroy your progress. And at the very top is growth, investing and multiplying what you've preserved. Most people flip this pyramid upside down. They chase growth first, without protection or savings, and then wonder why it all collapses. Now, let's break this down step by step. Protection means asking, what could wipe me out tomorrow? It's health issues, unexpected bills, a car breaking down, or even losing a job. If you don't have safeguards in place, like insurance, an emergency fund, or simply a plan, you're building wealth on sand. And when that storm hits, all the hard work disappears. The second layer, savings, is like stacking bricks to make your foundation unshakable. Imagine having 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away. That cushion isn't just money, it's peace of mind. It gives you breathing room when life throws curveballs. Without it, even small surprises turn into crises. Finally, at the very top is growth. This is where investing, business ventures, and wealth-building strategies live. Growth is exciting. Yes, it's where wealth multiplies. But here's the catch. Growth only works when the layers below are steady. If you skip protection and savings, growth turns into gambling. And that's the reason so many bright, hardworking people struggle. They're trying to balance their future on a pyramid that's upside down. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine two friends start with the same paycheck. One jumps straight into crypto, stocks, and risky ventures. The other, first, builds an emergency fund, covers insurance, and learns to budget. 5 years later, who do you think is more secure? It's not the one chasing fast growth. It's the one with a strong foundation, who can weather setbacks without losing everything. So, here's the rule I want you to remember. Protection first, savings second, growth last. If you honor that order, you'll never fear collapse again. Now, I want to give you a practical 2-minute plan you can start using today. First, do a quick pyramid check. How many months of expenses do you have saved? What is your highest interest debt rate? And do you have basic insurance in place? If any one of those items is missing, treat it as your top priority for the next 30 days. Action 1. Automate a small transfer from every paycheck into a protection or savings account. Even a small amount changes behavior. Action 2. Stop throwing more money at high-cost debt. Focus extra payments on the highest interest balance first. Action 3. Schedule a 60-minute session this week to cancel unused subscriptions and negotiate recurring bills. Those small monthly leaks add up fast. Next, build simple weekly and monthly habits. Spend 15 minutes each week reviewing the last 7 days of spending. And once a month, update your savings target and move any extra into your cushion. Quarterly, run a short net worth check. List assets and liabilities and see if the bottom line moves up over time. When your protection and savings feel steady, then allocate a small, regular amount to growth, low-cost index funds, retirement accounts, or a conservatively chosen investment you understand. Use dollar-cost averaging. Invest a fixed amount regularly, rather than trying to time the market. Protect your progress with simple behavior rules. Wait 24 hours before any purchase over a meaningful amount. Pre-commit savings to be automatic. And remove temptation triggers like saved card details for impulse retailers. Finally, treat this as a system, not an event. Small, consistent actions compound faster than big, sporadic moves. Stick with the pyramid, follow the small weekly habits, and in months, you'll have predictable momentum, fewer emergencies, clearer decisions, and the freedom to let growth actually compound instead of exposing you to ruin. Start with the first check today. Keep the weekly review, and over time, your pyramid becomes the quiet structure that makes everything else possible. And as we move forward, I'll show you how to apply this step by step, so your money pyramid stands strong for the rest of your life. Let's dive into some of the most common money questions people ask me, and I'll answer them in plain, simple language.
Question 1. Should I pay off debt or invest first? Answer 1. Always secure protection first. That means paying off high-interest debt before chasing investments. If your card charges 20% interest, but your investment only makes 8%, you're still losing money. Paying off that debt is like getting a guaranteed return. Think of it like plugging a leaking bucket. There's no point pouring more water in until the holes are sealed. Once the leaks are patched, then you can focus on filling and growing that bucket. And here's something to remember. Financial freedom isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you keep. Clearing debt gives you control, like finally taking the heavy backpack off your shoulders so you can walk faster. Debt is silent stress. It drains energy even when you're not thinking about it. Removing it is like turning off background noise in your life. Suddenly everything feels lighter and your progress becomes faster. Question 2. How much should I save before investing? Answer 2. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. Emergencies are not if events, they're when events. Cars break down, medical bills arrive, jobs end unexpectedly. Without that cushion, you'll be forced to pull money out of investments too soon, often at a loss. Think of it like your personal shock absorber. It keeps life's bumps from throwing you off course. And here's a tip. Start by saving 1 month, then build to 3, then 6. Breaking it into milestones makes it feel achievable. Even a small emergency fund brings peace of mind. Imagine your fridge dies tomorrow. If you've got savings, it's an inconvenience. Without savings, it's a crisis. That difference is huge. Your emergency fund is freedom. It buys you time to think clearly, to make smart decisions instead of desperate ones. It's not just money, it's breathing room for your future. Question 3. What's the safest way to protect wealth? Answer 3. Insurance, emergency fund, and avoiding lifestyle inflation. Protection may not feel exciting, but it's what keeps you steady when life gets messy. Driving without brakes just because brakes aren't exciting sounds crazy, yet many people treat their money that way. Your emergency fund and insurance are the brakes. They're invisible when everything's fine, but priceless when you need to stop suddenly. Think of them as the invisible guardrails on a highway. They don't draw attention, but they keep you from crashing. Protection is the quiet hero of wealth. You don't notice it when life is calm, but when storms hit, it's the shield that keeps everything else from falling apart. Question 4. Can I start with very little money? Answer 4. Yes, absolutely. Even saving the price of one meal a week builds the habit. $5 a week becomes $260 in a year. That might not change your life instantly, but it builds the most important muscle, the discipline to save. Habits compound faster than dollars. Start small, stay consistent, and when your income grows, scaling up won't feel overwhelming. Remember, every oak tree began as a tiny seed. Your financial seed might feel small today, but if you water it regularly, it becomes something strong and unshakable tomorrow. Starting small removes excuses because you don't need wealth to begin building wealth. The habit itself is the treasure, and it grows with you as your life expands. Question 5. Is crypto a safe investment? Answer 5. No, it's growth, not protection. Only use money you can afford to lose. Crypto is like driving on a racetrack. Thrilling, but high risk. It can multiply your wealth, but it can just as easily wipe it out. If you don't have protection and savings, you're stepping on the gas without brakes. Think of it as dessert. You don't load up on dessert before eating your meal. Build your meal first, your protection and savings, then enjoy the extra later. And remember, dessert is optional. You can live without it. Your foundation isn't. Crypto should be treated like spice in a recipe. Just a sprinkle adds flavor, but too much can ruin the whole dish. Balance keeps the excitement without destroying the foundation. Question 6. What about gold or real estate? Answer 6. They're stability plays. Great for the middle layer of saving and protection. Gold has held value across centuries, and real estate can provide steady rental income and appreciation over time. But both require patience and planning. Real estate especially needs research, ongoing costs, and time to grow. Don't jump in because a friend said it worked for them. Make sure it fits your pyramid after your base is covered. Remember, building wealth isn't about copying someone else's chapter 10, it's about mastering your chapter 1, 2, and 3 first. And here's the truth. Gold and property aren't shortcuts, they're anchors. They keep your money from drifting, but they don't replace the basics of discipline and consistency. Without that foundation, even the strongest anchor can't hold. Question 7. How do I avoid overspending? Answer 7. Automate savings first and spend what's left. This flips the script. Instead of saving leftovers, you pay your future self before anyone else. If you earn $1,000, move $100 to savings immediately. That leaves $900 to manage, and you'll adjust naturally. Automation takes willpower out of the equation. It works quietly in the background, even on tough days. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't debate every night, you just do it. Make saving just as automatic. And here's the beauty. When saving is automatic, you stop feeling guilty for every purchase. Why? Because you've already taken care of tomorrow. That freedom makes today's spending guilt-free and far more intentional.
Question 8. What's lifestyle inflation? Answer 8. Lifestyle inflation happens when income rises, but expenses rise faster. You get a raise, and suddenly you're eating out more, upgrading your car, or moving into a bigger apartment. It feels like progress, but it traps you in the same financial place. The solution is simple. Lock in your savings rate first. For example, commit that every raise, at least half, goes directly into savings or investing before you change your lifestyle. That way, every step forward pushes you higher instead of sideways. Real wealth is about choices, not shiny upgrades. Because here's the secret. Luxuries feel sweet for a moment, but freedom lasts forever. When you save first, those upgrades still come, but they come without the pressure and with far more joy. Question 9. How do I know if I'm growing too slow? Answer 9. Check if your net worth grows yearly, not monthly. Growth often hides in the short term. Markets dip, expenses pop up, emergencies surprise you. But zoom out. If you're worth more this year than last, you're on track. Don't obsess over daily or weekly numbers. It's like weighing yourself every hour. Focus on the long-term trend because steady growth beats flashy wins that vanish. Patience and perspective are your secret weapons. And remember, trees don't grow while you're staring at them. They grow in silence over time. Your wealth works the same way. Give it space, give it time, and you'll be amazed at the forest you've built. Question 12. What's the biggest wealth killer? Answer 12. Pride. Refusing to live below your means. Pride whispers, I deserve this car, this lifestyle, even when the math says otherwise. Wealth isn't about impressing others. It's about buying freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom of stress. True wealth is quiet. It doesn't need to prove itself because its strength speaks through security and peace of mind. Think of the wealthiest people you admire. They often live simply, not loudly. And here's the danger. Pride builds walls, but humility builds doors. Pride locks you into appearances, while humility opens the path to financial peace. Choose the open door. Here's your 7-day wealth challenge. 7 small, powerful steps that can transform the way you handle money. It's simple, it's practical, and if you commit for just 1 week, you'll notice a shift. Day 1, track every expense. Write down everything you spend, even the little things like snacks, rides, or subscriptions. Awareness is the first step to control. Most people underestimate how much slips away daily, but when you see it written in black and white, the truth is undeniable. And here's the key. Don't judge yourself today, just observe. Think of it as turning on the lights in a dark room. You're not fixing anything yet, you're just finally seeing clearly. Day 2, cut one non-essential cost, just one. Maybe it's that extra coffee run, a streaming service you barely use, or impulsive online buys. Removing even one leak is powerful. If a bucket has 10 holes, patching one still keeps more water inside than ignoring them all. Don't think of it as deprivation. Think of it as redirection. Every dollar you save is a dollar buying back your freedom, your future choices. Day 3, set up automatic savings, even a small amount. It could be as little as $5 a week. Automation means you pay yourself first, not last. And when savings happen automatically, discipline becomes effortless. Start small because small grows. $5 a week is $260 a year, but that habit is priceless. Day 4, review your insurance or protection plan. This step often gets skipped, but it's the foundation of the pyramid. Insurance, emergency funds, protection. These are your financial brakes. They may not feel exciting, but when life throws a curveball, they're priceless. Ask yourself, if something unexpected happened tomorrow, am I covered? Protection isn't fear, it's freedom. It gives you peace of mind to build without worry. Day 5, calculate 3 months of expenses. Not what you wish you spent, but what you actually spend. This number is your safety target. It tells you how much you need to survive if income stops suddenly. And when you know that number, you gain power. You stop guessing and you start building with intention. Even if you're far from that target, knowing it gives you a direction. Day 6, research one safe investment option. Not to invest today, but to learn. This could be index funds, government bonds, or even a simple savings plan that grows steadily. Knowledge removes fear. When you understand the options, investing stops being a gamble and starts being a strategy. Spend 1 hour learning and you're already ahead of most people. Day 7, share your results in the comments or with a friend. Accountability multiplies results. When you say it out loud, you commit more deeply. And here's the truth. Wealth isn't just personal, it's relational. When you share, you inspire others, and that energy comes back to you. 1 week from now, you'll have more clarity and control than most people gain in years. 7 small steps, 1 big shift in mindset. So take this challenge seriously. Track, cut, automate, protect, calculate, learn, and share. 7 days, 7 steps, 1 stronger you. Because wealth isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in small, consistent steps repeated daily. Start today and you'll thank yourself in the years to come. And remember, this isn't just about money. It's about momentum. Every choice you make this week plants a seed. Seeds of freedom, seeds of confidence, seeds of possibility. Water them with action, protect them with consistency. And soon you'll look back and realize you didn't just change your finances, you changed your future.
Remember, protect first, save second, grow last. That's the wealth preservation pyramid. Most people try to skip steps. They chase growth without protection or invest without saving. And when life surprises them, everything they've built can crumble in an instant. But now you know the sequence. Protection gives you safety. Savings give you stability. And growth? Growth becomes sustainable, not stressful. So ask yourself tonight, do I have protection in place? Have I built savings I can rely on? And only then, am I ready to grow? If today's lesson gave you clarity, take a moment to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so every new lesson finds you first. And tell me, in the comments, which challenge day, which step struck you hardest? Your story might be the nudge someone else needs. Because wealth isn't just numbers on a screen. It's choices, it's habits, it's community. And here's the truth. Wealth is a journey, not a finish line. Some days you'll move fast, other days slower. But what matters is that you keep moving forward. Every smart choice compounds, just like interest. And years from now, you'll look back and thank yourself for the steady steps you decided to take today. Until next time, stay smart with your money, stay steady in your habits, and remember, small, consistent steps always win over giant leaps. You've got this.